Okay, next up, Petey's complaints about what Jesus didn't teach. And by the way, since it seems Petey's too chicken to answer any of this stuff we posted, we'll close out the series with this one, for now. There's a whole bunch of things Petey supposes Jesus should have taught about, but nothing much is given in terms of showing some notable or relevant lack. So we're just going to pick one point and analyze it so we can show just how short-sighted Petey is. He says that if Jesus had been God, he would have taught us of painkillers and antibiotics in the first century. Jesus should have given people information about how to make the synthetic antibiotics we find in the modern world. Jesus the drug dealer. Yeah. The problem with this scenario is illustrated by a novel by one of my favorite authors, Harry Turtledove, titled Guns of the South. In this book, time travelers helped the South win the Civil War by bringing the Confederacy a bunch of, AK-47s. Pretty goofy stuff, but there's a part near the end that applies to our situation. The time travelers are captured by the Confederacy, and General Lee is taken into their secret hideout, where they have some modern computers. Lee asks how the Confederates can make computers, and here's what the time travelers said. You not only lack the technology you need, you lack the technology to make the technology you need, and likely a couple of more regressions before that too. In other words, as applied to what Petey is suggesting, it wouldn't be a simple matter of Jesus saying, hey everyone, here's some antibiotics and how to make them. Jesus would also have had to introduce a lot of other technologies related to chemistry, pharmacology, and other sciences. So here's the question Petey doesn't consider. He thinks it would have been a wonderful blessing for Jesus to have introduced all this stuff in the first century. But would it have been?
John, I think we'd best get things ready for the Master's sermon. It should start in a few hours. Eh? Who are you?
A time traveler. I've got something for you. Antibiotics. And here's a whole book on how to make them. I'll tell your master that no thanks are needed. Just tell him they're from Peter Breitbart. A smarter Peter. It's good to be home into the paradise that... What? Hey, wait a minute. What happened to Hyde Park? Who are you?
I am Greymax, master of this domain. Who are you to dare trespass?
Well, me? Well, I'm Peter Breitbart. You know, the Bronze Age historian.
What? You? You're the one that caused all this.
What do you mean?
You were the one who introduced antibiotics to the first century. Don't you realize the trouble you caused? The Romans took what you brought and used it to develop sophisticated germ warfare. That's what produced this. Our world as it is now. Lifeless, barren. A place none can live except as mechanized constructs like me. And it's all your fault.
So, there's the problem. Petey assumes it would have been a blessing for Jesus to introduce modern medicine in the first century. But how does he know it wouldn't have actually been a curse? And then his vid would have looked like this.
Hey, that Jesus sure was incompetent to introduce antibiotics in the first century. Didn't he know it would cause all this?
Yep, short-sighted and presumptuous. That's the word. See you around.